Chicago Sky, y'all stink, bro. Y'all, look, there's trash and then there's trash. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, the Chicago Sky got destroyed by the Stud Buds. Everybody watches the Stud Buds. Shout out to Courtney Williams and Tisha Heiderman, man. Listen, Stud Buds stood on business today. Nafisa Collier stood on business today. They destroyed the Chicago Sky.
Angel Reese just handed out 9 turnovers like she was hosting a charity event, dishing out possessions to the opposing team with the enthusiasm of Oprah on giveaway day. You get a ball. You get a ball. And it wasn't just a bad game, it was a full-blown basketball comedy special starring the Stud Buds, who lit up the court while Reese's performance resembled a blooper reel in motion. If you've ever wondered what happens when hype meets hard truth, this was it, a showcase of chaos disguised as confidence, where Reese teetered 1 turnover away from the wrong kind of triple-double, one no one wants to remember, much less frame. And yet, somehow, this disaster is being sold to the public as development, when in reality, the only thing she's developing is a reputation for being a walking turnover machine, fumbling her way through games like she's allergic to control. Last year's garbage time antics against the Fever, where she hunted stat-padding rebounds and forced awkward shots, foreshadowed this mess, and at this point, the only reasonable explanation is that her coaches are in on it, staging a parody of real basketball where Reese's every trip to the paint resembles a stalled freeway at rush hour. Pick and roll? More like pick and hope it doesn't end in a turnover. And when she's not handing the ball to defenders like party favors, she's getting into it with opponents, hip-tossing players, screaming in their faces, flipping double birds, and getting dangerously close to a suspension, all while fans, teammates, and even opposing coaches seem to treat her presence as a strategic advantage for the other team. The spacing collapses around her, teammates hesitate to cut, and every pass feels like a game of hot potato with a grenade. Reese isn't facilitating an offense, she's facilitating chaos. And yet, despite her growing list of liabilities, no one dares bench her. The PR machine hums along, editing highlight clips to end before the inevitable turnover, while post-game pressers are filled with vague compliments that dodge the real issue. She's not just struggling, she's becoming a liability. Her defenders point to double-doubles like their gospel, but anyone with functioning eyes watching the game can see the truth. Her impact is more illusion than influence, and the entire league seems stuck playing along with a narrative that's cracking under the weight of reality. Meanwhile, more capable players are being sacrificed to protect her image, and that's the real tragedy, because somewhere in the noise, the basketball got lost. Angel Reese's game has become the perfect storm of chaos, sloppy, unbothered, and strangely consistent in all the wrong ways. Her stat lines are like clickbait, flashy at first glance, but misleading beneath the surface. She's on the verge of suspension with 7 technical fouls, and fans claiming they're unjustified only reveal how deep the delusion runs. Her rebounds, mostly self-generated off her own missed shots, janitorial work, not dominance. Her points, a byproduct of the team forcing her into a role she can't fill, like trying to cram a square peg into a round hoop. She shoots with the hopeful energy of a toddler tossing glitter, but the results are chaotic, often catastrophic. She's even slapped a clipboard out of a coach's hand mid-game, an act that screams toxicity, not leadership. And somehow, she's still marketed as the face of the WNBA, despite a game riddled with technicals, turnovers, and tantrums. Want to see how not to run a pick and roll? Watch Angel. Want to learn how to kill momentum? She's your guru. Her presence on the court is less Steph Curry and more traffic cone, visible but unhelpful. Her attitude, full of flexing and chirping, is all smoke and no fire, often celebrating layups while her team is down by 20. Her swagger would be fine if it were backed by skill, but what we get is inflated box scores, TikTok drill-level fundamentals, and constant excuses. She's playing 30-plus minutes a night and still offers little more than turnovers and confused possessions. Teammates shift around her like avoiding a black hole, while fans watch in disbelief as she racks up double-doubles that are more optical illusions than actual contributions. Coaches pretend this is development, but it's damage control. The offense crumbles, spacing disappears, and yet the minutes keep coming. This isn't leadership, it's denial. Angel Reese is not having rough nights, she is the rough night. And while her followers point to rebounds and points, the eye test tells the real story. An unfixable offensive liability wrapped in social media highlight edits and protected PR narratives. At some point, the box score padding, the fake hustle, and the blooper reel passes will be impossible to cover up. But until then, the WNBA continues the charade, while the rest of us watch the meltdown, one missed layup and one turnover at a time.